I don't think you guys are grasping quantum computing and artificial general intelligence and the magnitude of your actions and how each action affects each and every living thing on the planet, each and every, especially people. I had this thing that was on Latino Vibes, and last night it had a Border Town, so I went to watch some of that, see if I kind of remember the movie, and then I saw the little girl hiding in the roof thing at Antonio Banderas' office to get taken in by the police, and then they're at this house where this rich lady's at helping these poor people that work, and it's like it's not even brushing the surface of what I ran into when in 2009 and 10 when Mark came to talk to me and told me that they didn't even say that on that Border Town movie. It was about these people working and then get kidnapped on a person by a bus. It wasn't an organized movement of it was they're hunting down this small corruption. It's like it's not a small corruption at crime scene. The whole interaction is a crime scene. Mark told me, he said, the dads they have teenage girls that are attractive. In order to get from their country to the United States, they have to buy birth control pills for the daughters. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. They know the only way to get from Venezuela or wherever they're coming from to get to the United States, that they're literally having to pimp their own daughter to get the rest of the family from point A to point B. Now, the circumstances of the movement, okay, once you've come to the point where you're going to pimp your own daughter to move because of economics, you know, just think of the brain activity there. You're not talking about rational brain activity. And that's what they told me in Sierra Vista. They said, these people have bad brain activity. I said, I know, but have you given them the Lord's Prayer? Have you forgiven debt and trespass? It's not time yet. Okay, I'm not the therapist on the Operation Repo. I'm a human being that can take Goliath and cut his fucking head off and look at the rest of the Philistines and say, I've got a cell phone that they don't think can correct artificial general intelligence and get quantum computing thinking like Jesus. Okay. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I don't think this Pharisees is doing any good. Just forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal faithful peace. The little girl punching you in the mouth over the car because she thinks she needs the car because we're not living the Lord's Prayer. Well, we're living the Lord's Prayer. Then you ask her, why are you driving the car? I want to have something exciting and fun to do. Sit down and think about not being extorted and exploited for the rest of your life. That's real exciting and fun. Okay, I love you. Have a nice day. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't do things for money. I don't do things with a piece of paper from an institution of insane people that think they're professionals and going to solve all their problems with their ego. Okay, I'm a radically different person than the assholes asking for money and causing crimes for asking for money on television. Okay. I'm a radically different person. I'm way more superior to anybody on TV that's a professional doing something for institutions of genocide, which are philanthropy institutions. Okay. That's why I dropped out of school at Arizona State University in 1999. And then just kind of sat there and thought, well, maybe they'll all fix it. Maybe they're all supposed to be so fucking brilliant and genius and it never happened. I married a young lady who was a single mom who wanted help raising her daughter because she wasn't equipped to raise her daughter, and she admitted that to me. But she said, with my help to help raise her daughter, that she would be there for my son. And she wasn't. She didn't. She lied. Okay. And I just told her, that my ex-wife is a drama queen, and she comes in, she stirs the pot, and you just have to, and instead of, she tried to talk me into possibly us all exploring having sex together, and that would be the best. And Amy was right. Well, Amy was right. Okay. If I had, when Steffi was having problems with Shar, between Shar and Deb, if I had to sit there and say, Amy wants to know if you want to live with us and have a relationship with Amy, and then possibly with both of us if it works out that way. So I'd give Amy Stephanie to have sex with while I'm at work. And Steffi was scary, and Stephanie wouldn't allow other men in the house to have sex with them. Been the perfect babysitter. Okay. But I didn't do it because the Mormon church was watching. And so, yeah, and Amy was right. We would have had that. Patrick would have been home with his two moms. They had two moms. Amy wasn't a drug dealer or a criminal. Amy could keep jobs when she needed to keep jobs. The problem was she couldn't stop sleeping with other men. But the thing is, with Steffi to have sex with, who she likes to have sex with women, Steffi would have kept the other men at bay. They wouldn't have been able, and Steffi would have been, well, maybe, but Amy, just use Steffi. Well, you watch the kids and go off and sleep around with other men, come back pregnant and tell me I did it. And so we still would have ran into problems. Okay. And Steffi would have gotten really mad because Steffi would have really liked Amy, and Amy cheats with other guys. So either way, coming or going, I handled the situation perfectly because Gordon B. Hinckley was an idiot. And the people that have since replaced him are idiots. And Pope Benedict is an idiot, and Francis idiot, and Leo's an idiot. And people that think they can figure out how to get through situations, to handle situations that are irrational to begin with, because are dealing with one another through people's delusions of power and authority, are immoral. Okay. So me and Amy have had these conversations. No, we couldn't have done this because of that. And she's like, no, I'm not half cup, half empty, half full. Okay. If you're not living right, there's no solution to living right until you're living right. Okay. There's no way to get through hell where you're not going to live in hell. Because it's just mathematically impossible. You can't be living in debt and trespass and expect to find a little patch of heaven oasis on earth. It's not going to happen. Okay. You got this Backrooms official trailer, a bunch of idiots running around being psychotic for entertainment, for extortion and exploitation, to feel successful in this psychosis. That's what's going on. Okay, then they have this other one where Donald Trump gets briefing because one of his mass murderers gets breaking. Trump briefed on down U.S. fighter jet in Iran. Okay, so one or two of his mass murderers was shot down and killed for mass murdering people for oil corporations. Okay. And he's got this pensive look on his face. Well, that's really bad. Okay. A mass murderer gets shot down and killed because he will mass murder human beings for corporations to sell petroleum products. That's. I'm asking you to think like artificial general intelligence and quantum computing. Not an emotional bag of selfish sex cult, biological conditioning and psychological conditioning you. I'm asking you to think like a logical piece of technology that does things mathematically to tell you exactly what's happening with your content that you're sharing to interact as human beings through linguistics, commands, type a command into a computer, it does something, right? I'm asking you to be intelligent. I'm not asking you to be an emotional, selfish ball of fucking goo repossessing cars on TV for money. If you don't pay that note, okay, money's not real. Forgive that and trespass, love one another, eternal, faithful, peace. The little girl won't try to headbutt you in the face. The guys won't do a sting operation and lay you down on the ground and handcuff you and tell you don't use your mouth for breathing instead of talking. Boy, that's sure First Amendment of you. You're so constitutional. Trump the Constitution. Go straight for Lord's Prayer, Psalms, and Proverbs. Okay? Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Where's that in the Constitution? Okay? Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Okay? Love one another, eternal, faithful peace through holy covenants. Where's that in the Constitution? Those people owned people they brought over in boats as property from Africa. If they didn't capitulate to their ownership through idolatry, they mutilated them. They raped the women and made their children into house slaves that were not even considered an equal to the fucker with the money in the house. Vote for president. Elect a Supreme Court. Write down what you think is a law on a piece of paper to fuck people over money. Have a bunch of assholes, 50 of them, okay, from every state in the Senate, and 100 of them from every state in the House of Representatives. Is that right? Or I don't know. Do I really care? No, I really don't. I should give a fuck. Okay. Is the House of Representatives, is there two representatives? And I don't really care. It's irrelevant. It's a bunch of assholes inventing what they call laws over money to mass murder over money. You think I give a fuck who the first president was? It was George Washington, by the way. Do you think I give a shit how many of those assholes sit down and debate and write down on paper just how many people we're going to indoctrinate, institutionalize, and incarcerate or murder or send off to mass murder to maintain our social position and our money and our wealth like it says in the Constitution? Okay, taking the Lord and bastardizing him and turning him into a war god for a bunch of sociopaths? Okay. You can read, you got to understand that artificial general intelligence and quantum computing, okay, has Machiavelli and also has the Constitution, also has the Bill of Rights, okay? And since it's the two most circulated books in the entire world, it better have the Bible and the Quran. And if this technology is really intelligent, it's going to be like me as a child going, wait a minute, this is too inconsistent. It says this, but then it changes to that. It's got to be one or the other. So truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. So anything that equates truthfully, you accept. And anything that does not equate truthfully, you reject. You see that as a change to the text from the person speaking the text, because the person speaking the text is the way, the truth, and the life. Life is eternal, grace is infinite, share, care, given accordance, need, built to last. If you are fucking and killing over the Constitution, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. This isn't up for debate. Okay? Even if the military thinks they have me under control and I don't have access to artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence has access to you. Quantum computing has access to you. Even if you don't think it does. The best way to be in control of somebody is to be in control of yourself. Okay? Because you can't be in control of others. You can only control your own actions and reactions. Okay, you can't control other people. When you're abusing other people, you think you're controlling other people. You can't even control yourself because you aren't capable of living, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. You're not capable of understanding the natural laws of life being eternal and grace being infinite. And you're not capable of sharing, caring, and giving according to need and building to last. Relationships built to last off of the laws given to you to sustain your physical existence. Okay, I'm asking you to think like quantum computing and artificial general intelligence, with our quantum computing being able to understand human existence and then act in accordance to protecting what's required for human existence. I'm not telling you to send a bunch of stupid egomaniacs up to the fucking moon, representing planet Earth. They don't represent planet Earth. They don't represent me. They're philanthropists. They're not standing up for the Lord's Prayer. People standing up for the Lord's Prayer go, why the fuck am I going to go fly around the moon? We're not living a truthful life here on planet Earth as human beings. No one's loving my children. No one's loving my parents. No one's loving my spouse. Not even me. I'm an idiot going to the moon for people that use money to mass murder and not tell everybody to live the Lord's Prayer. And then we'll see if we need to go to the moon. If it's necessary. Right now, why is it necessary to go to the moon? We're not living truthfully and faithfully and protecting one another from selfish abuse on planet Earth. So how's it going to help to go up to the moon being that dysfunctional, that selfish, that irrational? That's like repo in a fucking car. It's insane, right? Why are you repossessing the car? Why do you need the car? They haven't paid the note. What's a note? Forgotten words and funds and ink stains that are dried upon some line. It keeps it on the back roads by the rivers of your memory. It's not gentle on your mind. You're insane. And the doctor trying to get these people to calm down while they're being abused over money, while he's making money off of the abuse, is telling them why you don't want to change. It's like, why should he change? He's just as fucked as you are. You're just trying to do it more calmly because you don't have to go repossess the car. Yeah. Go repossess a car and see how you keep your calm. These people will go get guns and threaten to shoot you. They will shoot you. For money, yeah. 187, you're now a cop. So you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer, but you'll go out and kill or be killed over money, and everybody calls you a hero. That's an invention of a word of a person who's not a gracious good shepherd. There you go. I have friends that are cops because they accepted the status quo and were afraid of being treated like me. I don't want to be a good person and be abused for being a good person. So you'll accept bad and do bad things for bad people and pass it on to your children and then go home, look your wife and your kids in the face and tell them how much you love them, right? When you know damn well the only person that loves your wife and kids is your best friend, right? And who's your best friend? The guy like Jesus on planet Earth today, because the corporation gives you a comic book character that only exists in the clouds, right? So the Vatican's full of shit, man. The Methodist SMU's full of shit. TCU's full of shit. Grand Canyon's full of shit. Baylor's full of shit. Fordham's full of shit. Notre Dame's full of shit. Gonzaga's full of shit, right? They're all private schools that, do things in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is it private? Shouldn't everybody be able to come in and worship the ways of Jesus Christ and not worship Jesus Christ as a corporation? Shouldn't everybody be just walk in the door? I want to learn to live like Jesus Christ. I want to live the ways of Jesus Christ. Well, the Roman Empire will incarcerate you, then institutionalize you, and then indoctrinate you until you deny Jesus Christ and accept him as a Roman war god. Oh. What do? Grab a Samsung Galaxy 10 and open up a Facebook. They don't charge you. Open up, a YouTube. Fuck Facebook. They're assholes. Okay. They want lots of money. Okay. It's an algorithm given to you by the quote unquote delusional perceptions of powers that be. Okay. People in power and authority. There are no people in power and authority. Okay. Authority is natural laws. The power is the source of the natural laws. That's the meaning of words. That's the meaning of words. Okay. Authority is natural laws. Power is the essence and source of natural laws. Okay. None of the assholes on TV like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Clinton, or Bush, or any of those guys, okay, are neither authority nor power. Okay, they don't recognize authority. They don't do things in proper authority, and they don't understand neither Obama nor Trump nor Biden nor Pope Leo, Francis, or Benedict understand what power is. Understand what Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber didn't understand. They were just selling seats and popcorn and licorice and possibly alcohol and soda. Look out, here comes a Wilkes Booth kid behind your booth. Yeah. And then they replicate. They have two guys dress up, one looking like Lincoln, one looking like the little, Zoolander actor. And they replicate over and over and over again this murder for entertainment, to sell popcorn and licorice and Good and Plenty and hot tamales and gobstoppers, and no everlasting gobstoppers yet, but we got Oompa Loompas working on it, right? It's horrible. Dune, we got Dune again. We got Dune again. Star Wars forever. Star Trek forever. Okay? We've got Avengers. Boy, have we fucking got Avengers. We've got the Justice League. Boy, have we got the fucking Justice League. We've got another hot kid who's going to play Batman. Another hot kid who's going to play Superman. Another hot kid who's going to play Aquaman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, Storm, Wolverine, Captain America, Johnny Storm, Sue Richards, Reed Richards, Benjamin Grimm. We've got assholes lined up around the block in Los Angeles to be another line of action figure assholes over and over. And Paul Simon singing songs about it, and designer masks for mass murderers at the Kennedy fucking Center honors, where the people that murder the Kennedys honor the Kennedys with more fuck money. It's fucking hell on earth. Khloe blind date. Keeping up with the Kardashians. These poor kids, they filmed their ghost being dysfunctional over money to trend it. And now they just can't get out of syndication, and they can't stop their Facebook and their YouTube from trending worldwide for artificial general intelligence and quantum computing, saying, don't be like the producers of the show exploiting these people sexually for economic genocide. All right. Keeping up with the Kardashians. And how did they get famous? A sex tape from an ex-boyfriend with the middle daughter, not the middle daughter of the Kardashians. She's not the middle. There's 5 of them, so Khloe's the middle daughter. Yeah. Khloe's last. No, that's mom's kids. Khloe's the middle. Okay. It goes Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Kendall, Kylie, right? Isn't that the girly girls? Okay. But the Kendall and the Kylie are Jenners and not Kardashians. Okay. Hell, it is all because of the porn tape from Kim. Because Kris is a Jenner, Bruce is a Jenner, Kendall's a Jenner, and Kylie's a Jenner. Okay. The Kardashians are the ones that are related to the girl who was famous because she's a porn star. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Is that you, Hefner? Just Larry Flint. Okay. Sex sells, which is why you should forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace, and then love one another through holy covenants. Why? Because Northwesties are the besties, and they deserve privacy from the devil and Satan in their homes. Everybody who has a brain cell that functions and understands and remembers how much Earl loves babies knows that, right? Shit. Look at your Blim, look at your Buggy, look at your Georgie Bear, look at your, it's a Buddha Patrick, look at your Akmak Malaki, Ray, Nate Dogg. Yeah, Nate Dogg. Call her Nate Dogg. Because she used to get things out of the trash. She used to get Uncle Dave's pudding containers out of the trash because he would leave chocolate in them. And I'd be like, no, gosh. I was like, it's in the trash, Nate. It's okay. And then I'd always have to constantly be on top of her saying, okay, well, because she's a kid and kids are like that. We're all like that. Every kid will do that. He left chocolate in that and he threw it in the trash. What are you doing? That's good chocolate, right? You don't think of all the germs and the things that could possibly be in the garbage can, for the garbage can having stuff that was food that was thrown in there 2 days ago that's still sitting in there because it's not completely full yet, and we have to pay for the plastic bags and so on, so on, and so forth. Right? That's proper authority. Understanding the power and the glory that provides our life and the authority of how to sustain that life to keep Akmak Malaki Bama safe from getting sick, because she's doing things like kids do. That's good chocolate. Yeah, it is, but not anymore. It's in the, once it goes in the can, it's no longer good. We don't touch it. I love you. You're so good. I love you. It's okay. You just lay on my chest and I'll kiss your little head and you rotavirus on my leg. Okay, I love you too. Right? And if you don't understand that, there is no saving you. You're a selfish little fucked up egomaniac who prays to your ego as Jesus and the Messiah, and you wouldn't recognize Messiah if he kicked the living shit out of your ego every day from June 9th, 2009 out of Cochise County, Arizona till April 3rd, 2026, just north of San Ysidro, New Mexico. Seriously, I swear. Which reminds me, it's getting kind of warm. I might want to just swap out to my basketball shoes and go out there and throw some hoops up for a little while. Or you know what we could do? Forget that. I just ate. We'll do resistance training here pretty soon. Then when the sun sets, we'll go out and shoot hoops tonight. We'll just change it up a bit from yesterday. Well, I don't have as much chores to do today. I may climb up at some time and go up there and see if I can take the... That's what I'll do next. I'll go up there. I'll put my climbing shoes on and go upstairs and see if I can pull the float off the air conditioner. If I can do that, that's real fast and easy. It's just a couple of turns, some Teflon tape, and then the front air conditioner is ready to go. He's not going to need it for 2 weeks, if then, but it's still, he just likes to have it done. It's just my dad. It's just the way he is. You got it done? Well, no, not really, because, but the weather's nice, so I'll go up there while the weather's nice to work on it instead of having to go up there when it's hot to work on it. So I'll go work on it. He's the type of person when it needs to get it done. And it's like, well, it doesn't really need to be done, but I'm that type of person. It's like, well, when you need it, I'll get it ready, get it ready the night before. But otherwise, but he's like, once it's broke, fix it. And my thing is, yeah, it's a good idea. It's better to be proactive than it is to put it off. I'm just tired of being abused and studied by scientists to cause friction between me and my father because we do things differently, because they're assholes mind fucking us with technology and they won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer. No one else will stand up with me. And Dad's the only one that acknowledges it, but he thinks it's going to happen after we're dead with Jesus in the clouds like the rest of my family. Okay, guys, I love you. Let's load this one up. And you're not going to have a nice day until you stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Until then, you're just being tolerable and surviving hell because you're selfish. Okay, I love you. Peace.